Hey, it's Gary Peplow again. All right, so now I'm on the outer road, going up Oak Glen Road. Potato Canyon Road is right over there. All right, this is another place where you can clearly see the fault. And what's really neat here is that this is new rock. This has not been worn away. Now, of course, it's been worn away more than other rock in the area, depending on what's going on. But this is relatively, if you think about it, it's old, but it's not as old as Crafton Hills. It's really, really cool. All right, so again, we're going to go out and we're just going to take some pictures uh, of the fault line. Now, this is the San Andreas Fault. If you go up this way, right over there, that's Oak Glen. Right up here is the start of Oak Glen. In fact, we are in the start of Oak Glen. So, what we're going to do, is just take some pictures of the area and let you know what's up as far as with the fault. Okay, my controller is on. Fly over there because of the FAA says that nobody owns the land. Now, generally though, some of the laws, lawsuits and stuff, if it's above 100 feet, you're cool because it's just nice to let people control their land. But we're going to go and we're going to get some pictures of those mountains there. I think it's cool here. There's no wires, no nothing. But as long as we're careful, we're good. And again, if I'm over somebody's property, I try to stay above 100 feet. It's just polite. But the FAA says that airspace belongs to the nation, not to people. I like to recognize everybody's uh, ownership of the area above their house. All right, so now as we're looking at this, we are currently looking at the mountains that are just coming out of Oak Glen. Now we just got finished a few minutes ago. We just got finished looking down there on the other side of that ridge. The other side of that ridge is El Dorado Ranch Park and the Yucaipa Ridge. So let's go up a little bit more. Okay, I can clearly see it. Again, we're just exploring the fault and the terrain that is created by the San Andreas Fault. Now I can go up to 400. If I'm flying over terrain and I'm still 400 feet above it, then that's cool. Planes are told that they can't usually fly below 500 unless they're landing. Go. This we are. Let's take a slow pan. You see that slow pan there? Gives you an idea. Now right down in there is the Inland Empire, and if you come up here at night, you can get some pretty good shots. I'm going to go ahead and point this down. Okay, so we are currently at 378 feet, and that is El Dorado Ranch Park right there. Okay? Again, we're doing a slow circle so that you can see the terrain that has been caused by the San Andreas Fault. And there you can see that they're coming up. That's Oak Glen Road. And if you look down there, that is Potato Canyon Road over there. All right, now that is the area that takes you straight into Oak Glen. And these houses here, I just went up there. This is like the area of running quail. It's the street's called the Running Quail. But I want you to notice that it's right on the San Andreas Fault. So let's take a global picture of this one. All right, so what this does is it takes pictures, a whole lot of them, and then it stitches them together. And it gives you a distorted, at one point, a distorted picture of what the area looks like. But it does give you a clear idea of what the whole area. Okay, I am currently at 86%. You can see it. This is coming out really nice. On the other side, right there, you can see Oak Glen. Really, really cool. Well, you can see Oak Glen of the back. This is where that little area is when you come up Parish Range. I'm currently at 384 feet, so I'm not violating his privacy, their privacy here. But I have to also remember that helicopters come through here, so I just got to be careful. That's why I like to have Becky with me observing. Now this is going to get the whole area down from Yucaipa and El Rancho Park, El Dorado Park, all the way around to the top there. Again, this is part of the Yucaipa Ridge too. Well, not exactly part of it, because the Yucaipa Ridge is on the other side. Over on that side is also the Mill Creek Fault, and that's really what started this, seeing the Mill Creek Fault. I'm currently at 78% on my battery. Now that's the pictures I'm going to take. I'm going to go down the side of the mountain, where you can see the designation between the fault. Now the other thing, as we go on, designation of the fault and the alluvial fan. Make sure you know that all this dirt filled in down there, and that's what gave Yucaipa and Redlands and everything else all its beautiful soil for agriculture. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. I'm going to go this way. That's a big mountain. But look, you can see the difference between the alluvial fan and the mountain face. And that is where the main boundary is. Now remember, when we talk about plate tectonics and fault zones, it's not just one crack. They're all through this area. This whole area is faulted right down through there. And it even gets worse. Well, I should say it gets different. It doesn't get worse. It's nature. It gets different the further you go. Okay? Now I'm going to turn to the other side and then come up the canyon. Now again, this is a path. All right, the bird is 700 feet away from me, coming toward me. I can see it just on the outside there. I am going to bring it down because I want to make sure I can really see it. It's currently 400 feet away. Got to make sure you see your bird. The primary job as a pilot. 385 feet away. You can see the area there. Okay, there he is right there. Now I could see him before, but it's nicer when you have a clear shot of him. I'm currently at 61%. Okay, I'm at 50%. I like to bring it back at 30. Make sure try to have it landed by 30, no less than 25, because then it goes into a freak out. So when this is done, I'm going to do a move up the canyon. So now we're going to take some video. Okay, so heading off toward the village. Now, as you go in there, remember we're looking at the earthquake faults. So as we look at this, let's make sure that we're looking at how the houses were built, where the passes are, right? I mean, like, for example, right there. That is the pass that gets to Oak Glen. And then if you continue up Oak Glen Road, you run into the other side, you have the Conservancy, Los Rios Ranchos.